Keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. He always to keep you covered with grace and mercy. Ain't no giving up, ain't no getting tired. You gotta keep going. I know you stand on the path trying to get to know him. Sometimes it get hard, put your palms to it. Any type of change, ain't no looking back. Thought you had time running out of that. I put my faith in the Most High. You know brighter days coming to us. Find your way out of Babylon. Bury my whole catalog. Giving all glory to him. Don't let it sneak up on you, then it hit you. You get left where you left like a southpaw. Me and the devil face to face like a standoff. Coming out the hole like a groundhog. Blow the trumpet, let it sound off. Like
Matthew 6, verse 9. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. We the Jews, it was all lies. They've been telling us all lies. How come you can't get it right? And why you in the dark, you supposed to be the light? Guard your grill, bring your sword, we at war, right? Ephesians 6 and 12, you know the text, right? So if it say we wrestle not with flesh and blood but principalities, then why you always battle me? I told you you a chosen seed above all the rest. You study of the Most High but you keep on failing tests. Your riches store to heaven but you waiting on a check. Money make the world go round but it's flat. Crazy they even lied to you about that. The truth is in the book but you don't read that. Take a look at how you look, they wanna be that. Hebrew Israelite, our nationality ain't called black. Revelations 2 verse 9. I know thy worth and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
Yeah. So I really wanted to come on and really give that song some proper salute. You know what I mean? Fire track, fire album by Adira, right? Featuring her husband. Oh my goodness. Beautiful song, beautiful album. Go check it out. Streaming on all major platforms. But now, let's get to it. Right? Welcome back to the Born Levi Experience. See, this is the proper intro, right? That first intro, I don't know what was going on, but I gotta figure out after the stream why my music wasn't playing the way I wanted it to play. I gotta figure that out, but you know, we can't let that stop the show. But welcome back to the Born Levi Experience. I'm your host, Deacon Hazak, here with another broadcast on this Thursday night or Thursday evening, right? Welcome back. Welcome back. We're going to talk about it. No handouts for you people. How should we approach the real new year? Because as you guys know, and if you don't know, we are coming into the real new year this coming weekend, right? Saturday night sundown. We'll usher in the last day of the year going into the new or the first day of the year of the Hebrew calendar, following the sun, not the moon. Do your research on that. Right, but as you come in, brothers and sisters, please continue to hit that like button, share this information, share this stream with everybody that you see that's coming in, your friends, your family. Let them be a part of this this conversation, because a lot of people still think that we're gonna be getting handouts from this place called Babylon, aka America. It ain't coming. We broke. Okay, this place is done. This place is broke, and we're gonna talk about it just a little bit. And I'm excited as well too, because I'm gonna do an unboxing a little later. I'm going to do a little unboxing. Shout out to my faithful subscribers and the family out there. I'm going to do a nice unboxing today. I just got one of my packages in from my P.O. box. So I'm going to be doing that live. And if I'm coming in loud and clear, or nice and clear, brothers and sisters, please put a qualm in the chat. Let me know if I'm coming in nice and clear. Because y'all was quick to tell me, no music, no music, no music. Y'all was quick. I need to know, right? So we could continue and carry on and get it started with today's broadcast. All praises. Okay, shout out to everybody who's here right now. I see y'all. Right? I see everybody in. Let me do some shout outs, man. Let me do some shout outs. I see you. All right, let me not butcher this one. Shaquire. Hope I said that right. Shalom. Hebrew Harris. Shalom. What's going on? My man Yatazak Kazak. Tina Salvatore. Latricia. Maria. Lawya. Or Lawya. I should say it like that, right? Reek Judah. Shalom. Come on. Harry Brown. Zaya. Shalom. Lois. Shalom. I see all my brothers and sisters in the building, man. Oh, bless y'all. All right, so let me get this out the way. But, really, shout out to y'all for coming in. We're gonna get started. I don't want to hold nobody up. I don't want to be in nobody's way, right? But we're gonna talk about it today, man. Y'all see it. No handouts for you people, right? And I titled it like this because of the recent conversations we've been having on this channel. And it's what's so crazy? Last night, Elder actually went into some of the things that I've been going into already, right? As far as tracing the money. And what is it? Well, I think it was like 2 weeks ago when I did the show concerning Elon Musk and Trump and them claiming to, or with the Department of Doge, right? Claiming to trying to save this country money and trying to get back the money that taxpayers have overpaid, and talking about giving us a Doge dividend. Listen, man, it didn't take much research for me to understand that this place is broke, flat broke. And they've been stealing money from this country for how long? For a while now. And this the video that Elder played last night, which was so, and I was blown away almost, because it's only the Most High. It's only the Most High. And I was telling y'all, like, all you need is the scriptures, and you could really figure out what's going on politically. You don't need to be in their meetings. You don't need to be eavesdropping or reading through their emails or trying to. Nah, the scriptures show you, and the scriptures tell you exactly what's happening. So when I seen that video surface, well, not surface, but when I seen Elder play that video yesterday of that guy, I'm gonna play it a little briefly, where that guy from he's an EPA advisor. How he admitted that they were stealing the money and funneling the money out of the country. And all I needed to see was how Elon Musk and Donald Trump was talking about we gotta save the money, we gotta take the money. I'm like, yo, why are y'all fighting? And it's a money grab, because here it is. We got one side that's funneling money outside of the country, and we got another side that's like, nah, yo, what about us? We need that money. But in disguise, they're making it seem like they're trying to help the American people. But are they really helping the American people? Are they helping themselves? We're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about how we need to adjust our thinking. And it's sad to say, because a lot of us still operate with our hands out. A lot of us still are relying on a lot of these government subsidies. This country don't have any more to give. I'm telling you, they've gave it all out already. So now that we are approaching this new year for us, now it's time for us to change the way we think. Right? Spiritually first, because you ain't going nowhere unless your spiritual life is intact. You could do all the saving, all of the prepping you want, but if your spiritual life ain't intact, all of that is gonna go to someone else anyways, because you ain't gonna be here to partake in it. So now that we approaching this new Hebrew year, we got to get our spirits intact. And brothers and sisters, I'm trying to tell y'all, don't play around no more. We got to stop playing around. If you just in your house week by week watching me, watching the elders, and thinking that you that you sealed and you making it. Think again. Because there's a difference between someone who basically is I want to say stranded, but don't have no choice but to fellowship online because there's no congregation in their area. Right? But there's some people who know where a gathering is in their area and refuse to come. Why is that? I don't know. But I'm here to tell y'all, brothers and sisters, if you're doing that, you're only hurting yourself. You're only hurting yourself, because we're moving into a time where we're going to need each other. We're going to need you. You can't be out there like a lone bull bucking by yourself out there in the streets. You're not going to be able to do it. So you're going to need support. You're going to need some people who think like you, because the rest of the world already think you crazy. Your family already think you crazy. They don't understand the scriptures like how you understand the scriptures. Right? So it's time for us to get it together. And those of you who are on the fence when it comes to baptism, what can I tell you? You believe in the doctrine, you believe in Christ, but you still haven't gone to the water. That's one of the first steps in Christ's ministry, is baptism. So if you haven't gotten baptized yet, it's best, or I would say it's best, it's time for you to link in with a body in your area, fellowship, get to know the people in that body, because when you're, and I always say this, when you're getting baptized into a body, you're joining with members. So you're no longer your own. So you have to get to know the people that you're going to be laboring with. And the only way you can get to know those people is if you're fellowshipping with them. You can't know these people if you're fellowshipping online. It don't work like that. So, like I said, brothers and sisters, we're coming into a time where we're going to need each other. And now as we're coming and we're approaching this new year, I want you guys to approach this new year with a new mindset. Take that old man and throw him in the back seat. Matter of fact, drown him again. Leave him back there, because he's going to take you to hell with him. Leave that old man and start thinking anew. I'm telling you, it's only going to help you, right? It's only going to help you. Before I even play that video, I want to start with this scripture. I have to start with this scripture. Let me bring this, and I'm going to share my screen with you all. And please continue to hit that like button, brothers and sisters. Continue to hit that like button as we proceed with the broadcast. Y'all doing a great job. Thank you guys for coming in, right? And let me put this scripture on the screen, because I want to start here. I want to start here, right? To show you all my thought process for today's stream, right? Let's go to the book. We're going to go to the book of Romans, right? Let me go here. Romans chapter 13, right? No. We're going to start at right here. All right. From the time when we first believed and we first came into this truth, understand, brothers and sisters, that every waking day, every passing day, every new month, every new year, year, change of season, we're getting closer and closer to our salvation. When Christ first found us. So understand that, brothers and sisters, we're going into a new year. All right? Our salvation is nearer than it was yesterday. Every day you wake up, always say to yourself, salvation is nearer. We're one day closer to salvation. Because none of us is actually saved right now, as the Christian church would, taught us. All you gotta do is believe in Jesus and you're saved. The question to them is now, saved from what? Because we're still suffering. Like, some of us still can't pay our bills. We still looking for handouts. Because when you read the scriptures, the salvation that we're talking to, or that we're talking about, is actually rest. Rest from oppression, rest from bondage. Right? Being free out of the hands of the oppressors. That's salvation. Right? Right now we're sealed, but we got to make it to the day of salvation. Right? So we got to understand that our salvation is near. Right? And that scripture, when it came to me, I was like, nah, this is the scripture to start to jumpstart this show. Understanding that we're going into a new year. And if you, like I said in the beginning, if you're new to this and you've never heard this before, and you looking at me, you're looking at the screen like, yo, what this brother talking about? New year. New year was January 1st. Wrong. Okay. That was not the new year. We all have been lied to. Right? The Most High is perfect. The God who created all things is perfect. Why would he create something new or give you a new year when everything is dying, everything is dead? In winter, in the heart of winter, you can't get anything new in winter. The only thing you get new in winter is new snow. And you ain't growing nothing in winter. The Most High is perfect and his design is perfect. He made it where the new year, the start of the new year, spring will come in. And I know a lot of you already noticed it this week already. We had, like, here in the east side, we had weather in the 50s, even pushing close to 60. That's not by accident. That's the Most High, that's the earth preparing herself to change seasons. Right? So, understanding that we're going into a new year, we must wake up out of sleep. And we got to understand that our salvation is nearer. And with understanding our salvation is nearer comes what? Because what's crazy is, or the funny thing is, with our salvation comes the fall of the other nations. Right? And while we've been looking into how the different nations is operating right now, especially this one, especially America, where we live right now, right? We see a lot of infighting, a lot of secrecy, a lot of fraud going on. It's like, yo, what's really happening? But we understand that this is happening. The more this place falls, the more we become freer. And with that freedom is not going to come from a handout. And this is what we need to understand, that the Most High is not gonna need to use this nation to free us. When the Most High free us, he's gonna do the freeing. He's the Most High. He don't need nobody's help. So with the fall of these nations come the rise of our kingdom, right? And like I said earlier today, I praise the Most High that Elder went into this, right? Because I was talking about this for like the past 2 weeks, how, it's like a big cover up, right? But they're not telling the American people, that money, billions of dollars have left this country, right? Under the guise of philanthropy, these different departments, so-called departments that they've created, right? So look at this.
Now it's just how to get the money out as fast as possible before they come in and like stop it. It truly feels like we're on the Titanic and we're throwing like gold bars off the hatch.
Who are the gold bars going to?
Nonprofits, states, tribes.
1 second. Did you guys hear the video? Were you guys hearing the? Were you guys hearing the video? Let me know if you guys were hearing the video. You guys just couldn't hear me. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna keep playing the video and I'm gonna fix my sound in the background. But what I was saying is, it's just funny how what the Most High was revealing to us, we could see the video for it. Like, it's just crazy. They're really stealing money out of this country. All right, so let me go back to the video. Let me fix my sound. So I'm gonna play the video. You're not gonna hear me for a while, but I'll just play the video.
We gave them the money because it was harder. If it was a government-run program, they could take the money away.
No.
If Trump won, and because it was a insurance policy against Trump winning. Until the Trump people come in and tell us we can no longer give out money. I do environmental, climate policy things.
Really?
Yeah.
It's amazing. Is that here? That stuff is here?
I mean, because I do like federal government climate things. Well, I have been doing that. That might change, but
Why?
so look at the EPA. So a lot is going to change.
Amazing.
So I do, you know, the Inflation Reduction Act. Have you heard of it?
Yes.
Okay, Biden's climate law.
Yes.
Yeah. So I do IRA implementation. I work with like Biden appointees. The money that we've given out like tens of billions of dollars, like over the last year. Over the last year, we've given out.
Okay, so they're saying that they said that they gave out 10 to billions of dollars. Tens of billions. And the thing is, who did they give this money out to? And here it is, we over here working our butts off, and we can't get a dime. Right? Oh man, so give me 1 second. Let me continue playing this, because there's a lot that he was saying in this.
Like $50 billion.
$50 million?
Billion with a B.
$50 billion.
Yes, for climate things. So like to go work for one of these places, I think would be really cool.
What are the places that you've given them to?
It's only been a few weeks, so it's a little early. But like green banks. So they're like nonprofit institutions that are like making it more financially feasible to build renewables, to do like climate projects. I do implementation now. So I do like how do you spend $100 billion? How do you make sure that like they're the proper, well, until recently, how do you make sure the proper like processes are in place to like prevent fraud and to prevent abuse and to like ensure that like we are funding like good paying jobs and that sort of stuff. Now it's just how to get the money out as fast as possible before they come.
Can't make this stuff up, brothers and sisters. You can't make this stuff up. When you read it in the book of Revelations, where it tells you that the 10 horns, or the EU, what we understand is the EU, right? Or Europe. How it says they would hate the whore at the end. They would hate this place and they will suck it dry. They will all leave this place after they suck it dry, and then they will burn it with fire, right? But before, and I was saying this 2 weeks ago, before any company goes belly up, what do? You liquidate. You sell everything. You try to get as much money as you can out of it before it goes belly up. And here it is. This guy is talking about how, and he's bragging over drinks. Like, yo, we just trying to figure out how we could get the money out as quick as possible. Like, what do y'all know that we don't know? Huh? What do y'all know? Right? Oh, man. So with that video, let me get this out the way. But before I play that video, I got to make sure I have sound on that other side. It's going to drive me crazy if I don't get that fixed. Right? It's going to drive me crazy. It's going to really, really drive me, because I have a couple of videos that I want to play that's going to connect a lot of the things of what I'm talking about today. Because here it is in so-called 2025. Every nation comes from every place from the earth and comes here, and they get a handout. But the people who built this place, all we get is taxed. And a lot of us get taxed to the point where we even me. Like I'm looking at my pay stub every week, every 2 weeks, and I'm paying taxes. I pay my taxes, but at the end of the year, I still owe. How is that possible? This is how you know. This is how you know this place don't care about us. They never did. Right? So looking for and I'm even gonna play some videos concerning reparations. And if you one of those who's been holding your breath, waiting for reparations, you might want to start breathing, because it ain't coming. It ain't coming, right? So like I said, I'm gonna try to keep playing some of this video, and while he's talking in the background, right, I'm gonna try to fix that sound.
Really?
Yeah.
You can do that?
Yeah. To an extent, just like within reason. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Why not? Because if it's not gonna,
Basically, that's where it all is now. I mean, now it all is like, it truly feels like we're on the Titanic and we're throwing like gold bars off the edge.
does it really?
Yeah.
It's gotta feel weird.
It's weird. I mean, it's weird. It's not good vibes. It's not good. I mean, everyone's very sad.
Who are the gold bars going to?
Nonprofits, states, tribes, cities. Yeah.
Anything like in the news that I would know of?
Not yet.
Like any organizations, like
Well, they're all local. A lot of them are small, not like local nonprofits. It's like a big thing that most of the stuff we funded, but the thing that we haven't funded yet are like the local nonprofit program that like was going to be like a winter Kamala Harris administration program. So now we're just like getting it out as quick as possible.
right? It's to the tune of $50 billion.
No, it's like $2 billion at this point. But yeah, we got most of it up. Like 90% is out. But
Wow.
Yeah.
And what happens if they try to stop it? They can't?
when they come in, if we haven't gotten out the door, then they can stop it.
You got like 2 months. If they don't get it out by a certain date, what's that date?
It's the inauguration, the 20th. It's renewed on the 20th of January. Yeah.
You can work right down to the minute.
It's probably like a little after noon, but yeah, it's basically noon. Yeah.
Hey, throw a couple billion here and there.
It's until the Trump people come in and tell us we can no longer give out money.
Wow.
So that's at the very earliest, it's noon on the 20th, and it's probably a little bit after because they have to get in the building and tell people what to do.
Will they come in and stop?
Yeah, like I think they will. I think they will come in and they will issue an order that like all grants have to stop. EPA can't give any money out until we reevaluate anything, and then they'll say we're reevaluating it, and then Congress will say we're stopping this entirely, and they'll pass a law that says all this money doesn't exist anymore that you wanted to give out. No, I think we gave them the money because it was harder. If it was a government-run program, they could take the money away.
No.
If Trump won, and because it was a insurance policy against Trump winning. So like these are basically like nonprofit institutions that will cover the entire country. They could have been a government agency, but because they aren't, they're safer from Republicans taking the money away.
You guys are like saving the world, literally.
I don't know if we are, but
I fixed it. So they saying, they thinking that they fixing the world. They saving the world. Saving the world from what? Huh? That's the crazy part. What are they saving the world from? Right? So they've been funneling the money out of this country. We just now, through the spirit of the Most High, we just now getting hip to the game, which is crazy. And it's funny that we getting hip to the game when we're basically at the end. So now I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna start here. So we see that a lot of the gold bars that was supposedly at Fort Knox, that was highly secured, locked away, has been getting sent out of the country. To who? I'm gonna say it's being sent to Europe, to the EU, to the 10 horns. Because even yesterday, I was listening to Trump yesterday, and he said this out of his mouth. He said, we already know that Europe hated us. That's what he said. If you didn't, while he was talking to his cabinet leaders, right, yesterday, I'm gonna try to play that. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I'm not gonna make no promises, right? But he said, we already know that Europe don't like us. Europe hate us, but it's okay. So that's all part of prophecy, though. All part of the 10 horns hating this place and destroying it. And one more time, if I'm coming in nice and clear, please put a drop a qualm in the chat for me. If I'm coming in nice and clear, because I had to fix it. I realized something wasn't connected, so I'm gonna make up for it. Right? Just real quick. Okay, all praises. Right? So we know that billions upon trillions of money has been taken out of this country. So, and this is how you know they just mock. Hold on, this is how you know that they mock us, right? This is how you know that they mock us, because not just us, so-called blacks and Hispanics, but all Americans. And why am I saying that? One second. All right, why am I saying that? Because here on the screen, you'll see this, right? So this video is titled, "Will Americans get $5,000 or a $5,000 check from Doge savings like Trump and Musk claim?" So now, for them to put that out there, knowing that this country is bankrupt, knowing that this country has no money, like you're gonna pay all of these Americans, all of us, $5,000 per family, and we have a deficit. And I think, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, I showed the deficit. You just go to debt clock. I'll put it up on the screen as well too. You go to the debt clock, clock.org, whatever it is called, and it'll show you how much debt this country is in. And it's going up by the second. But a country that's full of debt, you're going to pay each citizen $5,000, or each working class family $5,000 a piece. And the money has been being sucked out of here. Like, y'all really think, like they really think that the American peoples are fools. But a lot of them are fooled. A lot of them think that, with Trump in office, he's going to make America great again. I beg to differ. I feel like we're really on the last leg. Like if it had any legs left, this is the last one. So let's look at this. Fair use, right?
Of the money apparently saved by the Department of Government Efficiency's cost-cutting efforts could be given back to Americans as stimulus checks. Last week, Trump said the administration is considering giving 20% of Doge savings to citizens. Now, we should also note a recent review by CBS News of what Doge called a wall of receipts found that the initial accounting was overstated by billions of dollars.
Now, my thing is, how are you going to give the American people a dividend and there's no money? We had that guy in the beginning bragging about how so before the election, they was already taking money out. The last administration was funneling money out of this country. Not just out of the country, was also giving aid to the Ukrainians that was coming in, foreigners that was coming in, migrants that was coming in. Where do you think that these cities were getting the money from to house these migrants? Where that money was coming from? From the budget, from the U.S. budget, from the money that they thought that they had.
For more on these potential stimulus checks, I'm joined by G.O.C.C. He's an economist and a professor at Boston University's Questrom School of Business, waking up early for us this morning and joining us. Thanks so much. I'm curious about if this would happen, which is a big if. It wouldn't be the first time Americans have received checks from the government. We all remember the stimulus checks. But what impact could that have?
And the stimulus checks, we got that. That was like COVID, right? That was under Biden and them. But under Biden and them, they only thought to give us what? What was it? $1,400? Was it $1,400 or $1,500? One of the two. Whatever it wasn't even enough. For all of the billions that they stole, it wasn't even enough. So they thought to give us $1,400 because they was like, you know what? Hey, you know what? We feel a little bad. Let's give them some pennies. We already stole billions out of the country. It was $1,200. See, look, it was so little bit. None of us even remember how much that thing was. You couldn't even blow your nose with that money. Some people saying $1,200, some people saying $1,500. Somebody said I got $600. Dang, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. Somebody said what? Still better than $500. Yeah, you're right. I'd rather take $600 over $500. But listen, that's pennies, brothers and sisters. Listen, I don't want none of us to feel hype about getting any stimulus from these people because it's pennies compared to what they're stealing from this country. And it's a shame because here we are, we worked and a lot of our ancestors and forefathers built this country and got nothing for it. And countries that had nothing to do with this place receive billions while we get pennies. Are you kidding me?
On the overall economy.
Wow, Errol. And thanks for waking me up early this morning because I love talking about really silly economic ideas coming out of Washington. And there seem to be quite a boatload coming out from both the left and the right now.
So it's a silly thing that's coming out of Washington right now because this is unheard of. Like he's probably looking at the American people like, yo, y'all really think y'all gonna get $5,000 a pop from these people?
And let me say that I hope this doesn't actually happen, though it might. You never know in the Trump administration. And the first reason I hope it doesn't happen is that the savings are really doubtful. Elon Musk is in charge of the Department of Government Efficiency, and Elon has a long history of over-promising and under-delivering. They initially stare out and they say that we're going to find $3 trillion worth of waste, and then they cut it to $2 trillion. And I'm just not even sure they even can come close to $2 trillion for a couple of reasons. First, true savings are only known years later. Give you a quick example. About a week and a half ago, the president set out on Truth Social. He said, I'm going to kill off the penny. We're not going to make any more pennies because we lose $84 million a year making pennies. Well, that's going to shift everyone to nickels. And right now, we actually lose about almost 12 cents on making nickels. So,
yeah, I forgot that he said that. He said that he's going to do away with the penny. He said we're going to eliminate the penny because it costs too much to make pennies.
So yes, you might save money on the penny, but you might lose a lot more minting more nickels, which are more expensive. I'll give you another quick one. Right now on the top of the Department of Government Efficiency's website, they said, we just saved a lot of money by canceling some leases in Miami for the State Department. Well, if I was a renter, if I was renting space to the State Department and they just unilaterally canceled the lease on me, they broke the contract, I might not be willing to rent to the State Department a few years down the line or any other government agencies. Burnt once, twice shy.
So, Professor, it seems like what you're saying is even if this came to fruition, the exact numbers, the cost, the benefit wouldn't be realized for quite some time. And so then I wonder if the purpose of this is perhaps something else. Is this more of a sales pitch for the new president to demonstrate he's doing things in a different way and Americans will experience the benefit? And
That's exactly what it is. It's to get the American people to feel like, oh, okay, we are in good shape. Look what he's doing. Look what our president is doing. Look, he's cutting taxes, right? He's trying to cancel the IRS. They talking about giving us $5,000 each. Yo, this country, we looking good. It's all talk, brothers and sisters. It's politics. They're politicians. They all lie. Okay, they're not doing it. They're not helping. They're not going to be helping you or me. They're looking out for themselves. It's a cash grab, like I said before. Right? They just, you know what it is? They're just mad that they weren't involved in the cash grab. Okay? That's exactly what's happening. Right? Like, they can't afford to make pennies, and you think you getting $5,000? They crying about it costs too much to make pennies. And you think that you gonna get $5,000 each. Come on. See, sometimes you gotta really think about what's being done.
Less a specific promise to individual people.
I think this is a brilliant political move. If you want to get the American people behind the Department of Government Efficiency, say, we're going to give you a large check. But from an economic point of view, it makes no sense for two more reasons. The first is giving people large checks is going to cause inflation to go even higher. You just had a segment on rising egg prices. Well, when people get unexpected and unearned income, what do? They spend it. And if we're going to have tariffs on imported goods and we're having supply.
Listen, I know about 4 to 5 dudes already that'll take that money and buy a belt and a pair of shoes and blow that whole thing. A belt, an expensive belt, an expensive pair of shoes, and that money's gone. So you could kiss that $5,000 goodbye. I know some people who's waiting for that money and going right to the used car dealership, go get a car that they know they can't pay for, and next thing you know, that thing is on the back of a trailer getting towed because you missed your payments, because all you had was that $5,000. So you gonna give all of these people $5,000, and a lot of these people don't really have a plan, especially our people. You'll take that money and give it right back to the hands that gave it to us. Our people, we don't really know how to invest. We don't know how to maximize our money, make our money work for us. As soon that money leave our hands as fast as we get it. So he's right what he's saying. A lot of these people, once they get that $5,000 check, it's just going to make inflation go higher because people are going to start spending more. So now if people are spending now, and y'all got to understand why that would make inflation go up. Because if people are spending more, that means there's less products to go around. So now as a manufacturer, if I'm noticing that I need more products, I got to ship more products in to supply the demand because everybody got $5,000. So now the cost for me to bring my products in now is going to cost me. So the prices will be going up. Supply and demand, that's how it works.
Constraints, more spending with less items means prices just go up. So on one hand, the president hands people money, and on the other hand, inflation takes that money away. I don't know. Doesn't seem, Errol, to be a particularly good trade-off in my mind.
All right, so that's enough of that. Right? Where we at? No, not you. We done watching you already, right? So now, right? So we see this handout of $5,000. Is it logical? Do we think that logically it makes sense? Like if you was running, let me put it like this. If you was running a company, brothers and sisters, like one of y'all was running a company and you know your company is not doing well, right? You're basically upside down. Like you're spending more than you're actually bringing in. And now you're looking at your employees of your company that you've built, and a lot of them is talking about getting new jobs. Like, we ain't getting paid. There's no overtime. Money is running dry. So in an effort to try to keep these employees, in desperation, you tell all your employees, we getting bonuses. And the bonus that you're giving them is is more than what they expect to get from you. What do you think that's going to do to the employees? They're going to stick around to try to get the bonus. I mean, if I stay here long enough, I could get the bonus that they're talking about. Then I'll leave. But then the owner is like, aha, I got you. Y'all ain't never getting this bonus. I'm gonna just keep y'all, like it's gonna be like a that little cartoon where you have a carrot on a string and you have the rabbit chasing the carrot, but it's on the string, and you could keep running as long as you want. You never gonna catch that carrot. That's exactly what's happening right now with us. This company, the United States of America, we the employees. A lot of us is like, what's going on? We getting restless. We looking at next moves. How I look over there in the other side of the world. Nah, we can't lose the slaves. Tell them we got $5,000 coming. We saving money. Trust me, we got y'all. But yet the debt is yay high. The debt is yay high. Y'all can't find the gold bars. They already shipped it out. You know what I'm saying? It's a bait and switch. So I'm just trying to paint the picture. So the country ain't got no gold, and another food for thought for y'all as well too, as far as economics goes. The dollar bill, I don't have no dollars on me, but the dollar bill or the money that we own, it's supposed to be backed by gold, right? The US dollar has not been backed by gold for years now. So they're just printing money. So basically there's not enough gold to back the amount of money in circulation, right? So now, if there's no gold, right? We just heard that dweeb in the beginning say, we're just trying to figure out how fast we could get it out the country before Trump takes office. So if we have no gold and you're promising us a $5,000 rebate on money that you don't even have. Matter of fact, let me play this. How we even gonna get past reparations? Matter of fact, let me. I'm just trying to figure out. Hold on, I gotta play this. How can any of us even think about getting reparations? Let me play this video.
American has been harmed through no fault of their own.
Hold on. Let me do this like this. So I'm gonna play it from the beginning because I want y'all to see, and I want y'all to understand how the rest of the country view us. And it may not be in our face, but financially, this is how the other races are, predominantly the other races being whites, how they view us. And I'm not blinking this and saying everybody who's white feel like this, because it's going to show you. They got statistics they're going to show. And this is talking about, and this video is titled, "Should the U.S. Pay Reparations to Black Citizens for Slavery?" And this been a conversation for God knows how long. I remember hearing about reparations before I even knew what reparations is about. And we still ain't got no reparations. It's 2025. Slavery ended how long ago, brothers and sisters? Somebody put it in the chat. Slavery ended what? Close to 400 years ago? Is that, or what's the math? Exactly, Morgan. The math ain't mathing. Here it is. Y'all ain't got no gold, but y'all talking about giving us $5,000. Come on. You fooled me once. Okay, so we've been free since 1865. Nobody did the math, right? I'll do the math right now on my calendar, on my calculator. So 2025, right? 1865. So 160 years. That's it. That's it. We only been free for 160 years. That's nothing. That's yesterday. That's yesterday, brothers and sisters. That's yesterday. So now I could see how some of them is still looking at us like, yo, y'all just off the plantation and y'all's crying. But let me play this video, because like when you actually start looking into this stuff, it kind of makes you mad, right? But I'm here to tell y'all we shouldn't be mad, because why? Our hope is in something else. Our hope isn't in this place. So after this broadcast, I want you to enter the new year understanding that your hope is not in Babylon. Your hope is not in the U.S. government. The same way how our hope wasn't in Egypt. We had to leave. You had to be free from Egypt, freed from there. As a nation, they walked out together as a nation. Not sprinkles here and sprinkles there. I'm going to catch a plane here. Nah, they left as a nation together. That's how the Most High do things. Like, what glory would the Most High get if he's sneaking us out one by one? Ain't no glory in that. That's why some people don't really be knowing what they talking about. The Most High, he want all of the recognition. He want all of the praise. So when he free us the second time, it's gonna make the first time like Egypt. It's gonna make Egypt look like a joke. So I ain't worrying about still being here, because I know the Most High got us. But anyways, let's talk about reparations now. It's been 160 years, and we have not gotten a red cent from these people.
Welcome back. We want to dive in deeper. As we saw earlier, reparations is a hugely divisive issue. A Pew Research poll taken in late 2021 found that by a more than 2-to-1 margin, Americans oppose reparations for African Americans.
Look at this. Views on reparations, y'all. Out of all the adults, 30% of Americans is for it, reparations for us, and 68% of adults are against reparations for us. I want you to let that sink in. Only 30% of adults, or I should say Americans, would like for us to receive reparations. But there's a 68% of people who do not want us to have reparations.
And look at the racial split. Whites.
Look at the racial split, and they gotta play the race card. They have to. They gotta fuel the discussion. They gotta push it in our face, make us feel less than. So it says whites. 18% of whites are for us getting reparations. 18% of whites are against it. 80% of whites are against it. Look at the number. Look at the numbers. Look at the number difference. 18% of whites would like us to receive it, and 80% of them would not like us to receive it. For blacks, of course, 77% want us to receive reparations, and there's a 17% of us that's like, who cares about it? And I believe that 17% of blacks that's against reparations are those who's done holding their breath. Like, we've been holding our breath since 1865. What more can you take from me?
Overwhelmingly oppose reparations, 80%. But the numbers are
That's
almost
crazy.
exactly reversed among African Americans who strongly support the idea.
I don't know that, but that's just crazy. 80% of white people is like, nah, they don't need no reparations. Like, and a lot of the land that they walking on, we built. No mercy, no remorse, y'all.
So joining me now is Cornell William Brooks. He's a professor of the practice of public leadership and social justice at the Harvard Kennedy School. He's also a former president and CEO of the NAACP. And Coleman Hughes is a columnist and host of the Society and Culture podcast, Conversations with Coleman. Both of you have agreed to essentially lightly debate this issue with me as playing my role of moderator here. So, Cornell Brooks, let me start with you. You've been studying this for quite some time, and you've been working with some religious leaders to come up, I think it's fair to say, a modern blueprint of what you think.
And I'm going to just put it like this. He's the one that's paid. I just want to put it out there.
What would reparations look like in the 21st century? Make the case.
That's right. So I've had the pleasure and honor of working with both the National Council of Churches and the Union of Reform Judaism and a group of Harvard Kennedy School students who are working with these large religious associations all across the country, representing over 40 million people, to create a moral discourse on reparations. Why? Because we know that in many corners of our republic, it's being politically weaponized. And they're endeavoring to make, I'd say, three key points here. The first of which is, with respect to reparations, you often hear that the harm was too long ago.
The harm was too long ago. 160 years ain't that long ago. Are you kidding me? So but he's speaking the rhetoric that people say when we bring up slavery. Yo, come on, man. You still talking about slavery, man? You got to get over that. Yo, slavery, man, that happened years ago, man. Come on, man. Slavery was just right there, less than 200 years ago. So we not that far removed from slavery, y'all.
Too expensive and too impossible, too difficult to do.
And another sentiment is that giving us reparations would be too expensive and almost impossible for them to do when y'all could funnel billions of dollars out of the country. Y'all could funnel billions of dollars out of the country, but you can't even give reparations to us. You see, that's how you know they was never for our turn. Like, we could hold our breath until we turn black and blue. We're not getting nothing from these people. Because if they could have, they would have done it already. They would have done it already. But they choose not to.
What we find is the harm was not long ago, right? So in other words, yes, slavery ended in 1863 and 1865, but the convict leasing system, representing 1 million people enslaved, lasted up until the opening days of World War II, right? And all of these systems of oppression continue into the present, point one. Point two, with respect to reparations being too difficult. I want to know something here, Chuck, that's critically important. My colleague, Linda Bilmes, who's a public economist at the Harvard Kennedy School, we've done a study, and we looked at all of these programs across the federal government, and we make the case that we're already doing reparations. We simply don't call it that. So
Yeah, can y'all believe what he just said? He said that they've done a study where they say that we already are doing reparations. Excuse me, but we just don't call it that. And if they say, if the next thing that come out of his mouth is welfare and food stamps is part of reparations, bro, yo, I'm going to lose it. I might just end the stream right here. if the next thing that come out his mouth is, yeah, we've been given reparations, but we just don't call it that. Welfare and food stamps. That's reparation. If he says that, I might just call it an early night.
So in other words, there's a norm in government which essentially says, if an American has been harmed through no fault of their own, the government will often step in to try to make them whole. We do this not only with respect to Japanese Americans who were interned after World War II, but we also do it with respect to veterans, with respect to people who suffered in a natural disaster. We do it with respect to children who've been harmed by vaccines. We do it with respect to pensions that are insured. So we do this over and over again, which says that we can do it. And lastly, we do it at the level of millions, billions, even trillions of dollars. So we can't afford to do it.
All right, let me.
For the people that he's talking about that saying that we already been getting reparations, or they do it but they don't call it that, it's mentioning everybody else except for us. That's the part where we've been at for years. And we're still experiencing that. Hold on, let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this. We've been there for years like that. Look at this. Look at this. I had to pull this up for y'all. Huh? And this is from the Council on Foreign Relations. This is their actual website. The Council on Foreign Relations. Right? I'm gonna make the screen bigger so you guys see that, so you can read along as well with me. Look at this: U.S. aid to Israel in 4 charts. So it's not that it can't be done or is difficult to be done. It can be done because they show us time and time again how they can fund foreign countries with U.S. taxpayer dollars. But the people who've built the country, y'all telling us it's too difficult to do it? It's almost impossible to give us reparations? Yo, look at this. This is crazy. And I hope this broadcast is doing for you what it's doing for me. Because with that energy that we feeling, that these people don't care about us, and that like the anger that we feeling when it comes to how we're so undermined as a people, I want y'all to keep that energy, and guess what? Give it back to the Most High. Give that energy to the Most High and let the Most High know how you feel concerning this. Right? Because there's nothing that we could do physically to make them give us reparations. And that's the thing. We shouldn't be looking for them to give us anything, because they are here to do exactly what they were sent to do, to be taskmasters over us until the time is over. So that this talk about reparations, we ain't never going to see it. And the thing is, they use it as a talking point, as a hot button talking point all the time. When ratings is down, they pull out that conversation to get people talking again. So it says U.S. aid to Israel in 4 charts. And so Israel has listen to this. It says Israel has long been the leading recipient of U.S. foreign aid. This is crazy. A long recipient of U.S. foreign aid, including military assistance. That aid has come under heightened scrutiny amid Israel's conflict with Hamas, Hezbollah, and Iran. Right? So it's basically the United States is funding the war that's happening in Israel, according to what they're saying, by what they're saying with the financial aid. So look at this. It says, I'm reading from here. It says the United States was the first country to recognize the provisional government of the state of Israel upon its founding in 1948. So from 1948, the United States was one of the first countries to support the state of Israel. Let that sink in. 1948 was right there. Like what, 60, close to 60 years ago, 60 something years ago, if I'm not mistaken, or probably 80 something years ago, I should say, going to 80 years, 70 something years. And we've been out of slavery 2 times that, and we ain't get nothing. Let that sink in. We've been in slavery we've been out of slavery longer than the state of Israel been in existence. But the United States was one of the first countries to recognize them and to aid them. Let that sink in. This is crazy. And it has been, I'm right here, and it has for many decades been a strong and steady supporter of the Jewish state. To this day. Okay? Israel, listen to this, man. Israel, the state of Israel, has received hundreds of billions of dollars in U.S. foreign aid. Hundreds and billions. But y'all can't give the descendants of slaves anything. That's what you're telling me. It's too hard, it's too difficult. We don't have enough. But since 1948, y'all have been giving Israel hundreds of billions of dollars in U.S. aid. Let that sink in. Listen, I'm telling you, we going into a new year. We gotta have a new mindset. We gotta change the way we think about this place, right? Let me keep scrolling down. Oh my goodness, there's something else. All right, look at this. Now here's the kicker. How much U.S. aid does Israel receive? Israel has been the largest cumulative recipient of U.S. foreign aid since its founding. So out of all of the aid or all of the money that goes out of the U.S., Israel gets the most, basically. Receiving, look at this, man. Receiving about $300 billion. Adjusted for inflation, you know, we got to put more money on it because it's inflation. Everything is up, so we got to send more money. It says they received about $310 billion in total economic and military assistance for their economy and for their military. The United States has also provided large foreign aid packages to the Middle East countries, right? To the Middle Eastern countries, particularly Egypt and Iraq, but Israel stands apart. So this conversation about will the descendants of slaves ever receive reparations shouldn't even be a conversation, brothers and sisters. It shouldn't even be a conversation. It shouldn't even be a thought. Matter of fact, let me go back to this. It shouldn't even be this. Hold on. It shouldn't even be this. It shouldn't even be this. This statistic shouldn't even be there. There shouldn't have even have been a statistic. Where's the statistic for Americans are the sentiments for Americans of sending aid to Israel or the state of Israel? Where's the statistics on that? There is none. But there's a statistic. There's a statistic, tongue twister, for if blacks or African Americans should receive reparations. We got to see how white people feel about that. We can't just give y'all the reparations. Let's weigh in on this conversation. Should we really be giving these people anything? Where was that same energy for when Israel was receiving $310 billion in federal aid to boost their economy and to strengthen their military? There's no pushback on that. And I find it funny as well too that the Department of Doge is not looking into the funding in Israel. They're looking at all of the funding in all of these other departments, right? Oh, what Trump said. Somebody's 210 years old and they still receiving Social Security. We got to look into that. Y'all looking into all of that and all of the money that's being sent out and being spent, but y'all not considering cutting some aid to Israel? I'm just saying. I mean, we are cutting funding, right? Like we trying to save money, right? 310 billion, it's quite much, don't you think? So this is what I'm saying. This is why we can't look for a handout when it comes to these people, because they're indirectly doing it, but they're just doing it in your face. Like they're telling you and they're telling us we have nothing for you people. But we got to make sure we send foreign aid to Israel and the surrounding Middle Eastern countries around about. We got to help the migrants that's coming in. Matter of fact, listen, I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to create gold cards. Yeah, Trump is coming out with a new gold card now where rich CEO of companies can purchase a $5 million gold card to do business in the United States. So y'all looking for every other way to help all of the people outside of America, but the people in America gets nothing? How is that fair? Like, I don't even know why people even still believe in this system. It doesn't make no sense. Like it's like you're gonna rob me, right? Here it is. You're gonna rob me and then boast about what you spent my money on. And this is how you know it's sorcery, because you're gonna rob me, show me what you spent my money on, and still tell me, yeah, we need your support. And on top of that, still tax me on top of that. This is the country that we living in. This is the sorcery that's happening every single day. And it's like no one cares to say something like, is this really happening right now? Like, you really just gonna rob me and just celebrate in my face and show me what you taking from me? Like, I really don't understand how can people still believe in this kind of system. It don't make any sense. Let me put that back on the screen. This is what they feel about us receiving reparations. But where's that same energy for when Israel receives $310 billion in federal funding? That's for all the white people who voted against us getting reparations. That's your money too. That was your money that they sent over there. You didn't cry about that, but you crying about money that can help us. And we here with y'all. We living with y'all. We here. This is what I'm trying to say. There will be no handout for our people. There's never been a handout for our people. Right? And I'm going to play this on the screen. Let me put this on the screen. About 4 years ago, right? A lot of you guys remember this. A rapper, actor, producer, director by the name of Ice Cube, right? he was speaking about the contract or the plan for Black America, right? And this is what he was speaking with the last administration with. And he was talking to Trump about this thing. This is when Biden was still in office. So now let's listen to what he had to say, right? And this was 4 years ago. And mind you, we don't hear nothing about this plan. And I'm actually going to read it as well, too. I found it online. I'm going to read some of it. It's a 13-point plan that he drew up that would benefit Black America. Let's listen to this.
What's happening, fam? You already know how I get down. Over the last few months, I've been really going deep into this political space, reading a lot of history, trying to understand how systems work, not getting caught up in anybody's rhetoric, but
see, and it's funny, and pay attention, because he said he's trying to understand how systems work. And that's the thing with our people. We don't understand that we're against a system. There's a whole system at work. It's not about right or wrong or I'm doing right by you. It's a system that's already in place. So it don't matter. It don't matter how involved they make you feel or they try to get you involved in. There's a system that's already in place that they must follow. So they not going against the system for us. They know who we are. They can't have us on the same playing field as them. They gotta keep us where we're at. All right? Because without no slaves, the plantation ain't running. Okay?
looking for my damn self, and just trying to figure out why we continue to, flounder at the bottom. What is it? And
you see, he's sitting there trying to figure out, like, yo, why, as a nation of people, as a race of people, why are we at the bottom? It's systematically designed for us to be in the bottom. Not saying that. And what's crazy is he's one of us that's made it outside of the poverty. He's made it to the other side. But even with him, with all his celebrity and the money that he has made through music and movies, there's still a plateau even for him. Which one would say, like, yo, how could that be? This guy he's rich. He made it. He's one of us that made it. But he's even understanding, even for himself, that there's still a ceiling even for him. No matter if he's Ice Cube.
what I found is that it's systems in place, as we all know. It ain't because, we ain't doing what we supposed to do as black people, because, of course, we all can do better. There's shit that we need to do to clean up ourselves and our community, but besides that shit.
I do apologize for the profanity, but
the system is fucked up. It's just designed totally. And not only designed, but there's a dedication to keeping us at the bottom of this country. And I don't know if we can count on any parties to get us about the shit, to be honest.
no party. The Democrats or Republicans. It don't matter which side the coin is flipped on. One side may just sound better than the other side. But that doesn't mean it's still for you. It doesn't mean that political party was created for your interests. We was not considered in the number. When they were signing the Declaration of Independence, they didn't have us in mind. Keep that in mind, brothers and sisters. And some of our people, we just be so lost in the sauce, like we thinking that we one of them. We not them. We can never be them. We can never. Like, what? It's not designed for us to be them. Yeah, they'll let you have the fly jobs. They'll make you drive the nice car. They'll make you have some good credit. Yeah, but they didn't count you for the number when they created the Declaration of Independence. When they said when all men was created to be equal, you was not counted as all men, us. And this is the reason why we have to come back to our God. We have to. There's no other way around it. There's no other way around it. And I understand that the Most High done this. He done it this way for to leave us no other choice but to be like, yo, I tried everything. Let me try God. Let me go back to the Bible. And the Most High purposely did it like that. I'm gonna read the scripture to show you the reason why the Most High purposely did it like this.
So we are gonna have to do a lot of things different as a black community. We have to pool our resources. We have to think about ourselves. You know, we love all the other races of the world, but at some point we got to figure out how do we get ahead, because everybody's on top of us but us, or everybody's on top but us. And the shit ain't gonna work. We ain't gonna survive this the way it's going.
He said the way it's going, we're not going to survive this, because it was never created for us to really be on the same playing field as Edom. The system was not created for us to be on the same playing field, like I said, in the same playing field as them. They have laws that they've created with loopholes to those laws so that way they can always be on top.
It's just designed that I can't see the future. So we gotta change this shit. Everybody's been mad at me because I haven't been on the fucking, the gravy train of these candidates, especially Joe Biden and Harris. I don't trust none of them. No president has done right by us. So I don't trust none of them. So putting our hopes and dreams behind any of them just don't work. We gotta make them do what we want them to do, and there's only a few ways to do that. Now, I've been making contacts, trying to talk about these real issues. Straight up, I believe the Democrats they've been nice, they've been cordial, so to speak. I don't really see them pushing their policies in any different direction. They're still talking this minority, people of color shit that don't necessarily include us.
You see, it don't necessarily include us because the minority, what have taken a place over the us as being the minorities, DEI, these left these left organizations, these transgenders, all of these people, even woman empowerment, okay, all of these different groups and organizations have circumvented us as the new minorities. Here it is. We were the minorities since forever. Now they found a way to create these different classifications of people to call them minorities, and now they can reap the benefits as minorities and still overlook us.
Don't necessarily include Black Americans, especially descendants of slaves. ADOS, American descendants of slaves. That ain't specifically us. It's everybody. We ain't gonna get shit. Because when you look around, everybody hates us. So we still at the bottom of that.
He said, when you look around, everybody hate us. We still at the bottom. And he said, we got to start looking out for ourselves. Brothers and sisters, I'm trying to tell y'all, we will never get a handout from this place. Never. Right? And with that being said, I got to play this commercial real quick. Shout out to the sponsors. Right? So we're going to play this commercial real quick for the Hebrew and Bible Academy. And then when I come back, we're going to come back to this conversation. I'm also going to do an unboxing. So all praise be the Most High.
Are you tired of reading the Bible and not really understanding what it means? Yo, you know you're reading the book upside down? I need a teacher. I got the perfect solution for you. The Hebrew and Bible Academy got you all covered. There, you'll learn the original Hebrew language with Elder Lawya, groundbreaking news from around the world with Elder Rawchaa, and all new up-to-date lessons, including ancient history with Elder Rawchaa. Visit us at historytimes.org and enroll there. The Hebrew and Bible Academy. You're invited.
Yes, that's right. The Hebrew and Bible Academy, brothers and sisters, you want to do yourself a favor and enroll in the Hebrew and Bible Academy, which actually started February the 16th, right? So it's not too late to enroll. You can still enroll. Just send an email to historytimes.org so you can get caught up and be up to date with all the past lessons, right? So this theme, or this cycle's theme of the academy is titled The War of the Gods, right? They're gonna be good. The elders is gonna definitely be going in. The origin of the angels is one of the lessons, right? The reason Adam fell, going in depth into that. The true understanding of the Antichrist, right? Your government. The true doctrine to the Gentiles, and much more interviews. So you want to visit us at historytimes.org, brothers and sisters. Historytimes.org, so you can join this Hebrew and Bible Academy, brothers and sisters. You don't want to miss it. And I definitely got to do this real quick, and we're gonna get back to the conversation. I got my care package, I should say, call it a care package, from my sister Kim Wiggins, from KD Naturals. All praises be to the Most High. Oh man, yo, and this is going back to what Ice Cube was saying as well too, that we're gonna have to pull our resources together. We're gonna have to start supporting our own, because at the rate they're looking out for themselves. It's every man for themselves. They ain't even looking out for us, right? While they're exporting businesses outside of the U.S., we got to start creating something so that way we could sustain ourselves until the Most High free us from this place. All right. So yeah. So my sister sent me look at the packaging. Look, my lighting is crazy, but a lot of white balance in here. But look at the package, man. And this is what I'm talking about. Hold on. Let me see. Maybe if I do this. Let me see something real quick. This might be a little better. Is it? No. But look at the packaging, man. The packaging alone, man. Praise the Most High, man, for what I got here. Let me see what I was sent. And listen, brothers and sisters, y'all don't want to not support, right? You want to support our brothers and sisters. Cause like, yo, we all we got, right? When everything hits the fan, brothers and sisters, we gonna be the only businesses left amongst ourselves. We're gonna have to go back to that. All right. So I'm doing my unboxing of what I got from KD Naturals. All praise be to the Most High. Yo, look at the packaging is just like elite. Look at the sticker here, right? And you see, we gotta start. And this is what I talk about. This is what I call business. Nice business, nice packaging, nice presentation is everything, brothers and sisters. Right? Especially for y'all new people coming into business and you trying to start your own business. Presentation is everything. And that's what's going to separate you from the next business, man. But look at this, man. I don't even know what's in this, but it smells good, though. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. All praises be to the Most High. They got the business cards here. I got my KD Natural. Ooh. Rich and creamy cocoa butter. Look at the bottle itself, man. Look at, the KD Naturals deodorant. The light is too bright, but I'm sorry I can't really see everything. I'm gonna have to turn my light down so you guys can see what I'm being sent here. Hold on, let me turn this light down. This should be better. It should be better. Is it? No, it made it even worse. I'm sorry, but yeah, here he goes right here. This is good. This is as best as that. All that white on white. That white on white, not doing good with the light. But praise the Lord. Look at the deodorant. Oh my goodness. Oh, I didn't even know that. What is this? Was it soap? Nah, this ain't soap. Hand powder. Yo, this one is dope. Look at that. Look at this. Oh, here we go. Brothers, if your beard is struggling, here we go. We got the KD's Natural Beard Oil. King Beard Wash. Look at, oh my, it's a wash, right? Yeah, it's a wash, matter of fact. Yeah, it's not even the oil, it's the face wash. Look at this, man. You got a struggling beard, brothers? Here you go. KD Naturals got you right. I didn't even know they had beard products. Look at that, man. Yo, this, oh man. Look, the chapstick, never go chap again, right? Never go chap again. Look at the body oil. Oh my, this is beautiful stuff, man. Oh, here goes the beard oil right here. Oh, I'm set. This gonna be my new one-stop shop right here, man. Look at this. Look at the beard oil, brothers and sisters. Well, brothers. I don't think sisters need the beard oil. But here you go right here. Oh man. Oh, you got the natural hair growth. Look at that, man. Look at that. Brothers and sisters, listen. KD Naturals. KD Naturals. Let me put the website out there for you guys so you guys could go and visit them and you could support all natural beauty products, man. And I know how I be seeing sisters lined up around the corner at the beauty supply store. You don't need to no more. We got KD Natural. Let me put that. I'm gonna put that in the chat for y'all, man. Listen, shout out to KD Naturals, man. Shout out to KD Naturals. Definitely go out and support, brothers and sisters. Let me put that on the screen for y'all real quick. Man, because listen, this is pristine right here. This is not some dollar store stuff. All right. You ain't finding this stuff at the dollar store. you not finding it. You only gonna get it here at KD Naturals. Come on now. You ain't, where am I? You not getting this at the dollar store. Come on. Look, even the website is proper. Look at what? Come on. You can't tell me we not the children of Israel. You can't tell me we don't got style and swagger. Look at this. Oh my goodness. KD Naturals, brothers and sisters. KD-naturals.com. KD-naturals.com. Everything from products, candles, face, body, beard, hair care, everything. Right? Do yourself a favor. Shout out to KD Naturals for sending out these things to your boy. All right, so now let's get back to the conversation at hand. Right? Oh man. I can still smell the smell good all up on me. We got some good products here. All right? So now, let's go back to what Ice Cube was talking about.
Go back here, right? Let's go back and finish the video where he was talking about.
So, I think the Democrats, they got every black celebrity and shit on their team, so they just figure, tell Q to shut the fuck up and vote. And so, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna push the program. We got a program, I'm pushing it on everybody. We also met with the Republicans and shit. They brought us in, we talked to them. They've moved their agenda a lot because of what we said. They put $500 billion on the table, and but who knows? Who knows what's gonna really happen? I just know one of them gonna win, and I don't know if it can really matter to us. We gotta just push whoever is in there, because ain't nobody really solved our problems. People say we can't take another 4 years of this. Black people, we could take anything, shit. Joe Biden, the Democrats, I believe they owe us. Will they do right by us at the end?
And you see, that's the mentality. When we start saying things like, "Oh, they owe us," they don't owe us anything. They don't owe us anything, and that's what's gonna help us get out of that mindset, or get out of that mentality of looking for a handout from these people. They don't owe you nothing. It would be nice, and it would be a kind gesture to be like, you know what, you guys really built this whole country for free. Like, matter of fact, we forced y'all here. We didn't ask y'all if y'all wanted to work here. We forced y'all here. We hung y'all. We lynched y'all. We separated y'all families. This is the best we could do. Listen, we could do this for y'all. But I was saying this in that last broadcast about have we gotten over racism? Their silence to the matter is actually the response. Them being silent about it and not saying nothing about it, and not really looking to help us, that's really the response right there. So what he's saying, I don't feel like I want to go to them like, y'all owe this, y'all owe me this. Nah. I'm indebted to the Most High. That's first and foremost. So I'll let the Most High indemnify me.
At the end of the day, who knows? I think the plan they have is they're doing a lot when it comes to safety and police and all this shit, but that dough is thin. Everybody money is thin. We're not gonna get no respect in this country without the cash. We ain't gonna get no respect in this country without having money in our community. It just ain't gonna happen.
All right, so that's it on him talking. And mind you, this was 4 years ago. And I think I think supposedly he gave this document I'm about to pull up right here. He gave this document on the screen. I found a PDF for it. Well, I found it online. Right, the contract with Black America 2020. I believe he gave this contract to Joe Biden and them. I think I don't know. Maybe that stimulus check was part of it. I don't know. But I think once they got this contract from him, I think that pushed them over the edge. Like, nah, we gotta hurry up and get this money out of here, because they waking up. They asking for too much. We you know what I'm saying, we starting to wake up. We understanding that we the real Jews. We understanding that yo, where's our funding? Y'all funding all of these nations. Where's our funding?
We started asking questions. I was like, oh nah, we can't have this. We gotta pull the plug. Right. So apparently this is the contract that he drafted up, that he presented to the whatever administration would be in office. And this was 4 years ago. So I want to see if this comes back on the table, which I know it's not, because we're broke. The country's broke. It says here, as citizens and lawmakers both, we are joining to demand, tough words right here. He said we are joining to demand a contract with Black America be addressed immediately. This is, these are strong words. These ain't for play words. Be addressed immediately. Demand. Okay. To finally create the more perfect union all Americans deserve. As such, it is time for a complete paradigm shift in how we run our institutions and operate our country. The problems facing America are too deep and wide to simply reform one area or another. Long-lasting solutions demand a comprehensive, thorough rethink of America so that each new approach in each area supports the success of the others. This contract with Black America will provide conceptual approaches in several areas. Right? So he's going into the other different things. So it's 13 points, right? It says to address racial inequality. Here it goes right here. He says to address racial inequality, after reading the contract with Black America, we, the undersigned, right, agree to support and demand an open debate and a clear and fair vote within the first 100 days of the 117th Congress in 2021 on the following proposals to be codified into specific bills. And if y'all was wondering if this open debate ever happened, no, it never happened. So they looked at this and they probably just laughed and ripped this up and then went and smoked cigars. So one of the points that they were looking to sign into a bill is a bill to guarantee Black opportunity and representation, right? Adopt a plan of neo-reconstruction to redress past wrongs systematically imposed on Black Americans economically throughout many generations that has resulted in a wealth gap. And that wealth gap is huge. I mean, it's huge, right? It says where the average white family has 10 times the wealth of a Black family. It says in addition to some of the economic initiatives listed below, also formally apologize. They want an apology too now. Formally apologize to Black Americans for past discrimination and slavery. Now, come on. That was never going to happen. That was never going to happen. We just seen the statistics where it showed that 80% of white Americans didn't want us to even have reparations. So if they're not giving us reparations, you could bet your last dollar you're going to get an apology out of these people. Look at this. Another bullet point they was looking for. Bank lending and reform. Bank lending will be regulated to require banks to lend a percentage of all loans and credit categories on an equal basis to the Black population. Look at that. Federal funding of baby bonds. Look at this. Past federal programs providing every child with a government-funded trust account at birth, starting with $1,000 contribution, which is a birth certificate. Your birth certificate is actually a bond. A lot of people don't know that. As proposed by Senate Booker and Representative Presley, accounts to be managed by the Treasury, and only those born into lower wealth families would receive more contribution each year, up to $46,000 total. They was not doing this. No way they was doing this. Federal Reserve and government pensions. Like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post the link on this on the screen. I mean, I not on the screen, but on the chat, so you guys could go and read this as well too. Finance oversight, a banking commission. So all this had to do with the economic growth for Black Americans. Look, personal data and credit. Look at this. Prison reform. Privately ran prisons will be abolished. You can't abolish privately owned prisons, because these privately owned prisons is getting free labor from prison inmates. You're not getting that. We're not closing that. Like that's my money. This was a tough kind of contract for them to try to. I mean, I applaud them. I applaud them for drafting this and trying to get this done. But hey, a lot of these demands. Privately ran prisons will be abolished. Prison labor disallowed. Yeah, okay, that's free labor. Without consent. And non-violent offenders incarcerated for 10 years or longer will be freed if good behavior standards are met. All prisoners for marijuana possession freed. First offense for illegal drug use or possession to require government payment for entry into a approved drug rehabilitation program. Right. Try rehabilitating these people instead of just throwing them in jail. But nah, that's free labor right there. You're cutting into our money, basically. Judicial reform. Oh my goodness, look at this. This was not a bad contract, but was it going to happen? I don't think so. Police reform. That was on the talking block. FCC licensing of public airwaves. Broadcast networks will be required to air Black produced content equal to 20% of the total content to the network as measured by time. It's not going to happen. That was not going to happen, bro. Oh my goodness. He also was asking for Confederate monuments and institutions. Right? Rename, I'm right here. Rename all streets, schools, and public structures, etc. Name after Confederate soldiers or leaders. He trying to, I don't know. Look at this. The AJP program for education and jobs. Black responsibility was the last one. Right? Chronic poverty creates an atmosphere full of negativity, frustration, hopelessness, depression, alcoholism, drug abuse, crime, and violence. These are some of the conditions that plague the Black community, which is dealing with extreme generational poverty as we begin to gain social and economic equality. It is our duty to clean up ourselves and our communities. This contract is a two-way street. As we gain social and economic equality, we must begin to dissolve any bitterness in our hearts for past wrongs. We must become better citizens who are more productive on all levels of American society, right? So basically, I guess the 13th part was supposed to be on our end, right? We really must step up after we pass the contract with Black America, with no more excuse left in the kitty. I don't know what that means, but yeah. So in all actuality, brothers and sisters, did y'all think that that was gonna get passed? Huh? I doubted it. And this is why I was saying, because this was drafted in 2020, right? drafted in 2020, and we have never heard anything about it since. And now he's not even talking about this anymore. Ice Cube. It's as if they probably discouraged him to the point where he's like, I could just, let me just forget about this because they ain't gonna do nothing. And even if they could do something, this country is broke. The gold is gone. Right? So let me read this. I'm gonna go to the book of Isaiah. I'm gonna start reading now. I know it's already 10 o'clock. But let me read this real quick. Isaiah, I'm in the book of Isaiah, chapter 44. I want to read this. And this goes to what I was saying. How the Most High. Well, matter of fact, I'm going to read from here. How I was saying that we can't be looking for no handouts from these people. Reason being because we all got to understand first and foremost who put us in this situation. First, we got to acknowledge that we did wrong. And second, understand that it's the Most High who's putting us through this. Right? For our learning. Right? To come back to him. To provoke us unto jealousy. So it tells us here in Isaiah chapter 44, verse 6. I'm going to read here. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, the King of Israel, and his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts. What? I am the first, and I am the last. And besides me, there is no God." So he's letting us know that there is no God besides him. No one is going to come to our aid besides the one who put us in this situation. He says, let me go here, verse 7. "And who, as I, shall call and shall declare it and set it in order for me, since I appointed the ancient people." You see that? He says, "And the things that are coming and shall come, let them show unto them." Right? It says, "Fear ye not, neither be afraid. Have not I told thee from that time that have declared it? Ye are my witnesses. Is there a God besides me? Yea, there is no God. I know not any." So basically, the Most High is declaring his preeminence. He's declaring his power. He's showing us that there is no God besides him. There is nobody who's going to come to our aid. There's nobody who's going to save us out of the hands of our oppressors. He will do it. He declared it. It says that he declared it, and he set it in its order for its proper time, its season. Right? Look at this. Let me go here. So it's time for us to understand, like, we got to start first calling upon our God in spirit and in truth, and really, really put this nation in the back of our minds. We can't get caught up in the politics. We can't get caught up in what they're doing, what they say. We got to focus on our families and those who we love. Because they ain't going to do it for us. They never was going to do it for us. They use it as a talking point to get us back on that hamster wheel. All right? It says, let me read this here. Again, he says it here. He says it again here. Let me read this. Hosea 13 and verse 4. "Yet I am the Lord thy God from the land of Egypt, and thou shalt know no God but me." See that? No savior, no bailout, only from the Most High. "For there is no There is no savior besides me." So now the Most High, he's not looking to do something in the cover of night when it comes to his people. He's not looking to do it like on some secret thing. Hold on, I want to bring out that scripture. Let me go here. I believe is in Isaiah, the 2nd chapter. I want to bring this. I gotta bring this out. Is this in Isaiah? No, that's not it. No, this not it. But there's one. Matter of fact, before I read that scripture, I'm gonna read this one in Revelations. I gotta read this one in Revelations 2 and 9, and there's the one I'm gonna read to close out. So Revelations 2, verse 9. We gotta understand this, right? Because no matter how much they beat us down, how much they think we're poor, how much they think we're nothing, how much they don't care about us, we got to understand that there's a God that views us still like precious gold. And this is why we're going through this, what we're going through here in the United States, to try us, to make us strong, to make us pure, to make us white. When I say white, make us pure, right? So Revelations 2 and 9, it says, I know thy works and thy tribulation, and I know your poverty. That's what he's saying. I know thy poverty. But truly thou art rich. Right? And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. And the one I wanted to read again, go to 3 and 9. This is what I want. This is what I really wanted. 3 and 9. So he knows our poverty, but he's looking at us like, yo, y'all the richest thing on this earth. Y'all are the richest people on this earth. It may not, we may not look like it right now, but when our God returns, when our Christ, when our Savior returns, then they'll know. Because he says it here in Revelation 3 verse 9. He says, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews, and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to what? To come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. So here it is, the Most High is telling us, or Christ is telling us, that we always has been the people of his choice. So we don't got to worry about what they are doing right now, their false promises, their claims, and them undermining us as a people. I mean, like I said, I give it to Ice Cube for trying to get something from these people. But he should have known better. Like, yo, these people ain't doing nothing for us. The talk of reparations been on the table for how long? For how long the talk of reparations been on the table? And they have yet to give us anything. But like I pulled out that article earlier, on the website of the Council on Foreign Relations, tells you that since Israel been a nation, since the state of Israel became a state and recognized as a state by the world, America has been their number one supporter, giving away the amount to the sum of $310 billion. And then they're going to look at us and tell us, yeah, we ain't got nothing for y'all. Sorry. But make sure y'all pay your taxes, though. You got to pay your taxes, man. But we don't got nothing for y'all. Y'all built the country. Y'all bled. Y'all blood is in the soil. Right? We stole y'all from y'all homeland, but we don't really got nothing for y'all. But the people over there that created a state out of nowhere, they get all of the funding. But yet, they're not being investigated by the Department of Doge as money being spent or being sent or fraudulent activity. Listen, I'm not in I'm not in the offices with them. So I don't know what they doing, what they're looking at, but I know for sure that has not been part of the conversation as far as funds leaving the country. That should be on the table and play it fair as well. Let me pull out this last scripture so I can get out y'all way. Right? And I thank y'all for coming in. Y'all did a great job. Y'all did a great job hitting that like button for me. Y'all can continue to drive up the traffic as well too. Continue to hit that like button as well too, right? Because but we winding down though. But I want to pull out the scripture. So I want y'all to understand that the Most High, he's not looking for partners to help him free his people. So this is why I believe, that this place have to be taken down the way it's taken down, so that way when we're actually free, it's not gonna be no man is gonna be able to take credit for what the Most High is doing with his people. You understand? So we looking for handouts is like we're not patient enough for the Most High to step in and save us. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, at the end of the day, it sounds nice. It would be nice to receive some type of recognition, some type of, financial aid, like how all the other countries and all the other nations, how they receive financial aid. It would be nice, right, to receive that. But am I banking on that? Am I putting everything on that? No, I'm not, because I know that the Most High, he's gonna free us. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me pull out the scripture. Give me 1 second. Pull up this scripture real quick. No, that's not it. Okay. Give me 1 second. All right. Let me go here. No. No, this is not it either. Give me 1 second. Oh, yeah, right here. Here it goes right here. Last scripture, right? To confirm what I was saying, as far as us not really looking for a handout and understanding that we're coming into a new year. So with that new year, it got to be a new mindset. We got to look at this whole thing that's happening before us with this current presidential administration. I mean, they talking a good game. They sound good. They could have convinced me if I didn't know the scriptures. Right? If I didn't have my faith tied to the Most High, and or if I had my faith tied to men rather than had it tied to the Most High, I would have been sold from day one of his presidency. I would have been sold. I would have been one of those black Americans saying, yes, Trump, make America great again. We gonna make it. He's helping his country. He's the best president ever. That would have been me. But I understand that none of them is for our turn. Not one of them. Because if any president would have done something, they would have done it already, brothers and sisters. Let that sink in. If any one of them would have done something, it would have been done already. But they got to keep giving us these pipe dreams. They got to keep selling us a lie. This is just the reality of it. And I truly do feel bad for our people who's heavily involved into politics, and they really think that us getting into politics, we can make a change. Nah. It's like what Ice Cube was saying in the video. He realized that there are systems in place. Like you'll get past one system and there's another system waiting for you to stop you from getting past anything. So it's deeper than what we think. And I know for a fact, I know the Most High done this for a reason. Not to just frustrate us, but to get us to understand, like, yo, I can't do this no more. I really need help. Who else can I turn to? And the Most High is like this, arms wide open, waiting for us to come back. Look at this. I'm gonna start at verse 33. Ezekiel 20 and 33. Right? The Most High will restore Israel, right? So here it goes. Listen to this clearly. And this is the real handout that we should be looking for. Not by these governments of this world. The governments of this world will not give us the handout that the Most High is looking to give to us. Here it goes right here. It says, as I live, saith the Most High Ahia. Surely, with what? With a mighty hand. You know what a mighty hand is? It's not a sleight of hand type thing. It's not something that's going to be done through the cover of night. It says with a mighty hand. A mighty hand, people know what a mighty hand is. Like you're gonna see it. Have like, yo, I know where this is coming from. Surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out will I rule over you. So the Most High is already telling us that we're going to eventually know through the hard hand that he's going to deal us. We got to concede to his will and his will alone. That's what he's saying right here. With a mighty hand and stretched out arm and fury poured out all at once. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to rule over you. But it's just he's basically trying to get us to understand or waiting for us to realize how hard is our head really. How hard is your head? Verse 34, he says, and I will bring you out from the people. You see, he could only do that is if he take control. Not a bailout, not looking for $5,000 dividend or a stimulus check, not looking for reparations, because that's not going to do nothing, because you're just going to give it right back to them anyways if you get it. He said, with fury poured out, I will rule over you, and I will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered. See? And he's not talking about an individual. I'm going to just take you here and take you. Nah, he's going to bring us out as a nation, like how he did in Egypt. So all these people that's out there talking about something, yeah, y'all still in Babylon. I can't believe y'all just gonna stay there. Where we gonna go? Where we gonna go? We don't know nowhere else besides this place. You just want me to roll the dice and take my chances in another country that I've never been in before? I'm like, yeah, I didn't make it in Babylon, but I surely could make it here. Does that make sense? You didn't make it in Babylon. You had nothing going on in America. You think you could leave America and make it in a foreign country, where the people in the foreign country are trying to come here to make it? Like, does that compute to anybody? Like, I don't really know. So I'm waiting on what the Most High said here to do. That's what the Most High is saying to me here. He said, I will bring you out from the people, and I will gather you out of the countries, wherein ye are scattered. See? With a mighty hand and with a what? Stretched out arm and with fury poured out. So it's not going to be an easy one-day thing. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a battle to get us out of here. That's what that scripture is saying. And if you didn't know, now you know. Verse 35, and I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face. And you see, brothers and sisters, this is what we're experiencing now is I would say the prerequisites or the training for when we get there. For when now it's just us and our God, and we got to deal with him now. We're not worried about going to work the next day. We're not worried about, I didn't pay this bill. My taxes is due.
Oh, I got to pay this. I got to pay. We're not worried about that. We're not going to be worrying about that. That's going to be the least of our problems at that point. Because now we're going to be dealing with the God that pulled us there. And it's like I said in the very beginning of this broadcast. How's your spiritual life? How is that? Is that intact? Did you do everything that is required for your soul to be spared, to be saved? That's the question. And that's the mindset that you must have going into this new year. How is my life with the Most High? Like, am I doing the best I can to be preserved and be protected from this crazy world? That's what you should be asking yourself. And if you're not there yet, go to the Most High and ask the Most High to help you. So that way you could be a part of these people in the wilderness. Doing everything that you could have done to stand. Verse 36. Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt, so will I plead with you, saith the Lord God. And how did he plead with our fathers in the wilderness? They kept trying to go back to Egypt. Remember? They were complaining. They missed all of the amenities of Egypt. Looking for what? A handout from Egypt. That's what they wanted. And the Most High pleaded with them like, yo, y'all don't see what I'm trying to do here? Y'all don't see that I'm trying to save y'all? Y'all don't see it? And that's how the Most High gonna do it with us again. So it's time for us to detox this American dream out of our system. It's not, we're not gonna get it. What we need to focus on is using what you have at your disposal now and make do with that. Like that's basically what we gotta, that's what we gotta look forward to. That's the mindset. Not the American dream. Oh, I'm going back to school. I'm getting my doctorates. I'm getting my master's. I'm getting all it. All right, all of that stuff is fine. That's good. But none of those things is going to be able to help you for what's coming. Like, and I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant, and there I will purge out from among you the rebels, those who couldn't get Babylon out of their system. Those are the rebels. So it's either you got to learn it now or learn it then, and you don't want to get there and learn it, because he said what? I will purge from among you the rebels, and them that transgress against me. I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. So yeah, he will bring them out of the countries that they were sent from slavery, but to bring them out, to purge them out, to sift them out. So we got to make up our minds. Brothers and sisters, we got to make a decision. We really got to make a decision. We really got to consider, like, yo, what is it that we're really striving for here in Babylon? What do we really want from these people? Recognition? Because we're not going to get that. You could stand on the corner till your face turn blue screaming at you in a Hebrew Israelite. You could do that. You could do that until fire starts raining down from the heaven. It's not going to mean them no difference. It's not going to make them no never mind. You're not recognition. You're not getting that. Economic stability. You're not getting that either. Right? Being on an equal playing field financially with these people. You're not getting that either. So what more? What they're telling you in your face how they feel about you. But yet we chase and we think we're gonna crawl out that pit. How you gonna crawl out the pit without the God that put you in there? That's the main question. And if you don't know that you're in a pit, you got to get to know the God that put you in this pit. That's the second question. You got to get to know that God that put you there. And until you realize that and you submit yourself and understand that, then all of this will make sense. Everything that you see in politics, all of it will make sense. And you'll see that these Elon Musk and Donald Trumps and Jeff Bezos, all these rich and high powerful men of this time, they're only doing what they're supposed to be doing. Just that, what you see them doing. They were born to do what they're doing right now. The same way how you were born to receive a kingdom. But it's up to you to want to obtain it. That's what it is. So I really, my prayer for y'all and for all of us is that we change our mindset. We look at this world completely different, and we really 100% let the Most High take the wheel. Cause like, yo, I'm telling you, a lot of us, we just surviving day to day. Like, yo, we just surviving, and the Most High, like, he really is providing, and that should be good enough for some of us, right? So let the Most High take the wheel for this coming year and moving forward, right? If there's anything that you need to get or to put in order in your life spiritually, do it. Do it before the new year comes. Right? Go to the Most High and let the Most High know, like, yo, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to be. I want to serve you. I want to, give it to the Most High. Everything that that you've heard tonight concerning how they feel about us, give that to the Most High. Cry out to the Most High with that. Let the Most High know your frustration when it comes to that. And as a father, what he gonna do? He gonna provide. He gonna give. Just enough to make us get by. Yeah, man. It is, it's heartbreaking sometimes, thinking about how these people view us and how how they treat us. But it's okay. Right? It's okay. We gotta learn to accept it. And with the acceptance comes resolve. How can you be angry with something that you've already accepted? That's the real question. How can you stay angry with something that you've accepted? I already accepted how you viewed me as a person, as an individual, as a man. I'm not going to be angry because that's how you view me. I accepted it and I move on. And like how Ice Cube said, like, black people, we find a way. Ain't nothing too hard for us. We'll find a way. And if we can't find a way, the Most High will find a way for us. Right? So, with that being said, brothers and sisters, it's been fun. Oh, real quick announcement, real quick. So next week, I'll be going back to my other schedule when I was coming on at noon. Right? I'm going back to work. I'm heading back to work this coming Monday. I'm dreading it, but bills got to get paid. Heading back to work, it was fun. Paternity leave was fun. Praise the Most High. Today my son is 1 month old. He's a 1 month old baby. Time flying, right? It's crazy, right? I felt like I just told you that he was just born. He's already 1 month. So heading back to work. But I'll be going back to my original schedule, 12 noon. So I'll catch you there. I mean, I'd rather come on at this time. I like it. But, the job got to still be done one way or the other. Right? But all praises be to the Most High for all things still. Right? Is the Most High's will, is the Most High's plan for me to be where I'm at right now in this position. So until the Most High see it fit, then I'll be somewhere else. And that's how the Most High always deal with us. Like, I'm going to tell y'all like this right now. I never thought in 100 years, I've never even lived 100 years, but I never thought in all my years that I would be in this position where I'm at right now in life. That's how
these lives ain't really for us. The Most High, he's leading us. We're his pieces. Like, he's going to place us where he needs us to be for his purpose, for his will. And a lot of us, another thing too, a lot of us, we have to accept that. We have to understand that's just what it is. The Most High wants you to be where you are there right now until he needs you somewhere else and moves you to another area, place, job, whatever it is. You have to accept that. And as a servant, you have no right to say, why you put me here? In due time, you will know why you're in the position you're in. Right. But with that being said, we got to stay focused, y'all. New Year's coming. Praise the Most High for that. Let's continue to strive for this kingdom, because the powers of the darkness, they're working for their kingdom, and they showing us what they're doing. Right? But let's continue to work for our kingdom, man. We have to.
You could be anywhere in the world, but you're now tuned into the Born of Levi experience.
Yes. Thank you guys for coming in. I really appreciate your time. And Most High willing, I will see y'all on the next one. Enjoy the Sabbath that's coming up. Happy New Year's to all you guys. I'm saying it in advance. Happy New Year's to everybody who I may not be able to see until I see y'all next week. But Happy New Year. Have a good New Year's. Hopefully that everybody, is doing what they're supposed to be doing and is making strives, right, to be better. So I'll see y'all in the next one. I love y'all. Stay prayed up, sin not, so we could get out of this place and see Zion. Shalom. Bless y'all. Love y'all. Have a good night.